Right. So when we are learning Guidewire billing is concerned, especially being a business specialist, we must be knowing about what exactly the workflow billing specialist to do in Guidewire billing. Uh, Majorly, first of all, if you understand Guidewire specialist as a role, which majorly involves in managing the entire billing process, right from initiation of account setup, at the same time invoice generations, payment processing, collections, commission management, all that. In that regard, so being a specialist in this role, which can be categorized into three parts. When about as a billing specialist, we need to review the billing data for any kind of policy, for example, any policy information that we have received. Uh, Depends on the type of term policy, that it can be quarterly or half yearly or annually bill payment. So we need to review the billing data. Next, we need to generate the invoice accordingly so that customer can pay the uh, insurance premium accordingly, right? So generating the invoice. Next, handling what are the adjustments and refunds. For example, any cancellation has taken place on the insurance policy that customer has taken. So we have to make adjustments. If any customer has to pay it for us, so that we have to. Otherwise, we need to refund, initiate the refund process, generating reports. This is all something as a specialist we do it. So for that, we need to integrate this business and billing system will be integrated with the policy center so that we'll receive all the policy information. At the same time, we need to apply the payments so that customer can make the payment and accordingly. If there is any renewals that are taken place, so we'll be sending and setting the reminders so that we'll send the reminders at least a month start before we'll start sending reminders to the patient to the sorry customer so that customer will pay the payment accordingly. This is how generally the role majorly works with. When it comes to the key steps that we are trying to understand about the responsibilities under the this billing workflow, etc. Whenever there is a new policy information that we have received, because normally to make it very detailed, I'm explaining this to you, right? Let's say that the process starts when any new policy is created, right? So in Guidewire Policy Center, followed by the kind of relevant information about the customer details, payment preferences, billing plans, and all will be transferred to the billing center. Just now I told you. Next, account setup, as I already told you in the beginning, right? So account setup, because billing account we have to create, being a specialist, relating to, in connect to that, what are the different payment plans we are allocating. For example, some billing plans can be some direct billing or any agency billing or any kind of tied commissions which are involved in it will be configured in this, right? So we need to allocate that. Next, we have to initiate this. If there is any down payments that are calculated and processed, everything will be done under the account setup part. Next, about invoicing and payment processing, as I told you, because we have to generate system. Normally, system will generate automatic invoices, generates whatever the detailed invoices based on the configuration of the billing plan. At the same time, the kind of policy changes in context to the premium or taxes, fees, everything will be part of invoice generation. Next, invoice delivery. Invoice delivery, wherein whatever the invoices that are delivered to the policyholder or agents through any specified channel, something like any kind of online portals or through email also, we can send this. Next one about the payment collections, even because being a specialist, we have to manage the receipts of as well as applications of the payments from different channels, so that we have to ensure whatever the payments that are correctly applied to the customer account. Along with that, if there is any kind of reconciliation with the general ledgers, everything will be managed accordingly in this regard. After that, it can be receivables and delinquency management because sometimes customer is not paid on time. So after the due date crossed, that is comes under the delinquency plan. It is under delinquency status. So we have to monitor in this regard. So we have to monitor any outstanding balances we have. At the same time, we need to work to minimize any kind of revenue leakages or any billing errors, everything that we have to see with. If there is any delinquency means once the renewal date is crossed. So we'll give some time, right? So 1 month time or some time we give it. That is called delinquency period. We call it as delinquency status. So that the application or the policy will be moved into the delinquency status. So whatever the contrary workflows we are using to manage these collections for any kind of missed payments, or else if you want to send any kind of automated reminders or any notices or any policy cancellations or assignments to any collection agencies, everything will be part of this delinquencies, etc. Next, even disbursements and commissions also, because let's say if you want to manage any automation of managing the commissions for any kind of agents or producers, so that whatever the defined rules that we are defining, either it can be a flat rate or it can be a tied rate and all that. So we need to oversee what are the payouts we have, etc. So that we need to resolve any kind of disputes or managing any kind of outflows for any kind of funds relating to any kind of refunds, as I told you. Let's say a customer has cancelled the premium insurance policy for any reason, right? So whatever the balances that we have to be refunded to the customer. So these kind of activities, being a Guidewire billing specialist, one will be performing.